guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. So we are back. We are back with another Victoria's Secret haul. They just keep rolling out the collections as always, and they are rolling out some new spring collections. So I do have two in here to talk about, as well as a couple scents from Pink. And these are all spring collections. So keep in mind, a lot of these are going to be floral scents, a lot of fresh scents, which honestly, florals aren't my favorite. I do like some, but I am a more sweet and gourmand girl. So I'm still excited to try these and talk about them, but just know almost all of them, like 95% of these, are floral scents. We're going to be going over this brand new spring collection, as well as the desert collection that came out maybe a month or two ago, so it's still fairly new. I think we're going to start off with the new spring collection just because that one is brand new. And right now at Victoria's Secret, I think there is the 5 for $38 sale, which I kind of feel like that's like the standard now. You can always get like Mist and Lotions 5 for $38. So since there were only 4 new scents from this collection, I also picked up one in a matching lotion. That was just the one in the store that sounded the best to me. So we're going to be going over these. I'm going to rank each collection as well. And just keep in mind, this is only my first impression. I don't know how any of these are going to last on the skin or anything like that. I'm just kind of going based off how they smell today. And of course, you know, my opinions can change. These are only my opinions. You know, some of these scents that I don't like, you might love, vice versa. But you know, I still love talking about these new scents and sharing with you guys my thoughts on them. And I love hearing from you as well in the comments below. So you already know I'm going to want your opinions on these new collections in case any of you have already tried them. Let's talk about the packaging first with this new spring collection. I think they could have done probably so much more with this one. To me, it's just very simple, very plain, nothing really to it. And I know Victoria's Secret is capable of putting out some good packaging. Like, look at the Untamed collection or the La Creme collection. Those are some of my favorites. And to me, this is just, like, it doesn't make me want to run out and buy this collection. I just feel like it's very simple. I do like a little bit of what they did with the font in the back, but really other than that, it's just very simple, nothing really to it. And I guess we'll start off with this one first. So this is Rainbow Shower, and just based off the name, I was like, that sounds like something I would really enjoy because I've been loving the fresh, clean, laundry, like linen scents. I'm going to read a little bit of what they have to say online. So in case I'm looking down, that's what I'm reading. But this is described as a warm floral scent, which based off the color, like usually any scents that are like in a blue bottle, it's usually a lot more fresh, like a more of an aquatic like scent. But it does have notes of vivid plumeria, dewy pear, and blooming hibiscus. And let me tell you guys, pear notes can be very hit or miss for me, and also hibiscus. I almost always don't like a hibiscus note in fragrances. Like, I've tried a few from Bath and Body Works. I wasn't really crazy about those. So we are going to dive in and see how this smells. I did smell these like a little bit in stores, but you know, it's so hard to smell things in stores. I feel like the entire store smells like Bombshell because they're going around and spraying it everywhere. And sometimes I think I like a scent in stores and I bring it home and I'm just like, wait, that does not smell like I thought it did. Now, this is one of those scents in the cap. It smells really good, but on my skin, it is just not vibing with my body chemistry. I'm guessing it's the pear note. Like, there is just something off about this one. And I really wish it smelled more like it does in the cap versus on my skin. It's really going to depend, obviously, on your body chemistry. For me, it's not really working out. It is a little bit more of like an aquatic, fresh scent. I'm really not getting much of like a warm scent from this one. Whenever I think of like warm florals, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I just think of something a little bit sweeter. And to me, this just smells more of like a light, airy, aquatic-like scent. And maybe it's the pear, but it almost smells like a little bit of like cucumbers. I don't know why. And usually I don't really like cucumber notes in fragrances either. So this one, just based off how it smells on my skin, I'm not really a fan. Maybe it would be different if I only sprayed it on my clothes. Typically don't like to hold on to scents that don't work well with my body chemistry. I guess we'll just get into the one that I liked the most. This is the one I liked the most in stores, and I definitely think it's going to be my #1 favorite from these. So this is Petal High. I did pick it up in the matching lotion, and this is described as a fruity floral scent, and I love my fruity florals. I like florals, but I like them to be a little bit sweeter. They either have to be like a super fresh and clean scent or have some type of sweet note mixed in there. So just based off that, of it being a fruity floral, it just definitely sounded like something I would enjoy. But also when it came down to the notes, so the notes are marshmallow flower, elderberry nectar, and orange blossom. And I'm not really familiar with what an marshmallow flower note is, but I do love marshmallow notes in fragrances. And this scent, I can already tell I really like. It is sweet. It has this light creaminess to it, but it's still very airy. I think it's perfect for the summertime to wear in the warmer weather. And I also feel like if you are a fan of more sweet fragrances, but you kind of wanted to get into more florals, this would be a safe one to kind of get into because it really does have a nice sweetness to it. And I'm just kind of imagining more of like a marshmallow fluff. I do also have a few fragrances with an orange blossom note, so I'm kind of starting to get more familiar with that one, and I'm picking up a lot of that in this fragrance, and I like an orange blossom note. I feel like more so I get the orange blossom note in the lotion, but one thing I will say, you know, I'm already not crazy about the Victoria's Secret lotions. Like, I don't hate them, but they're just like a very lightweight lotion. They almost feel a little bit watery, but for whatever reason, I'm still buying them. I still end up getting them to all of my favorite scents, and I do think they're nice to use in the summertime just because they are super lightweight and thin. But with this lotion, it is like a very light scent. It's not very strong at all. I was hoping to get more of like a marshmallowy note for it to be a little bit sweeter, because I know with Bath & Body Works, typically in the body creams and lotions, it is sweeter compared to the mist, and to me these do smell pretty similar. If anything, I get a little bit more of that orange blossom note in there, but overall it's just like a very light, faint scent. I don't think it's something you're gonna absolutely need. It's definitely a lot stronger in the mist. This next one is Sunshine Haze, and it's described as a fresh floral scent. It has notes of airy honeysuckle, jasmine, musk, and lily of the valley. I kind of have a mix of notes I like and dislike. I don't really care for honeysuckle. There are a handful that I have in my collection that work out for me, but if there's anything with like a honeysuckle top note, like if it's the note I can smell the most, it's usually not something I tend to go for. I do, however, like a jasmine note. It's just a very light, sweet, delicate floral scent, so I don't mind jasmine notes. Now this is definitely more of a fresh floral scent. I can definitely see why they said an airy honeysuckle, because it does have this like very airy, kind of like outdoorsy smell to it. It's like a very green scent, almost like fresh cut flowers, which is usually just like not the type of floral that I tend to go for. It is a very musky scent, which I don't really mind a musky scent, but it's just like one of those scents that I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. Like, I'm right there in between. It's nothing that's really blowing me away, and I just feel like at this point in my collection, since, you know, I do have quite a bit already, I should really only be holding on to stuff that I really enjoy, and this is just one of those scents, unfortunately, that's not really doing anything for me. I could maybe give this one a second chance and try wearing it to see if I like it a little bit more, but just based off like what I'm smelling today and my first impression of it, it's just nothing that I'm really enjoying right away. Okay, and the last one I have is Floral Boom, and this is also another fruity floral scent. It has notes of blush petals, golden daffodil, and bright mandarin, and I did spray this one actually already on my skin as well. This is like a fresh and clean scent, but also still a little bit fruity, but it kind of reminds me of a fruity shampoo. Like, it has that fresh, soapy, clean scent to it, but still a little bit fruity. So it almost kind of reminds me of like some type of like herbal essence shampoo. I don't know, for some reason this just smells very nostalgic to me, or maybe there is something else I have in my collection that's similar to this one. It's actually quite strong as well, surprisingly. But to be honest, I don't know if it's anything that I'm crazy about either. I think this is one of the better ones out of the collection that I've tried so far, but also again, like, it's nothing that's really blowing me away. And this just smells more like a fruity scented shampoo, which other people might like that, like something to use right out of the shower or wear to bed, because it is more of like a clean scent. I feel like this would be better suited to use during the summertime, like during high temperatures. But other than that, I just don't really see myself reaching for this one very much, although it does smell like something from my childhood, and I just can't figure it out exactly. But overall, I'm not super impressed with some of these, which I was kind of expecting because, you know, I'm not really into floral scent. But to put them in order just based off the first impression, I think in fourth place would probably be Rainbow Shower. I was just expecting something a lot more fresh, clean, aquatic. I definitely thought this would be something I would really enjoy, but unfortunately it's not really going with my body chemistry. I think maybe in third place I would put the Sunshine Haze. It just has this like outdoorsy note to it that I'm usually not a fan of. Maybe it's like the honeysuckle note in there. Second place I think would be Floral Boom, although it's not something I really enjoy necessarily. I think this is maybe one of the best smelling ones, one that I could potentially maybe hold on to and see myself using, wear around the house or something like that. But the number one scent, which I figured I would enjoy this one, that's why I got it in the matching lotion, would be Petal High. Maybe it's that marshmallow flower note in there. I just love how light and sweet this scent is. It is the perfect like floral transition scent for me, since I do prefer more sweet and gourmand scents, and it seems to work well with my body chemistry as well. Okay, now moving on to the second collection. This, I think it was like Desert Meadows. I don't know, I could be totally wrong, but it was some type of desert collection. They're all kind of desert themed, and these came out maybe a couple months ago, but To be honest, I haven't really heard much about these. I still wanted to try them out, even though they seem to be more of like floral scents also. I have had these for a couple weeks now. I've just been holding on to them. Still haven't worn any of these yet, but I have had a chance to kind of spray them a little bit and play around with them here at home. So as far as the packaging, they did a little bit more with this one. I like how they made it almost look like a frosted glass. It's kind of something similar they did with the La Creme collection, which I really enjoyed. But overall, it's still pretty simple. I do think it's better than the other like new spring collection though. These are all floral scents again. They are a little bit more on the fresh side, better suited for more of like the spring and summertime. So this first one is called Cactus Water, and surprisingly this is described as a warm floral scent. I would have thought this was more like a fresh floral. It has notes of desert hibiscus, again that hibiscus note, don't really know how to feel about that, and cool water. If I didn't know the notes on this and I just smelled this, I would have thought this had a coconut note in there. I don't know what it is about this one, but I'm getting more of like a coconut water scent, and it is like a warm scent, almost like a little bit beachy, slightly tropical, and it's like that coconut scent that kind of reminds me almost of a coconut scent that would be like in a sunscreen, like kind of similar to At the Beach by Bath & Body Works. I love that one. I love using that one during the summer. And not that these are dupes by any means, but maybe they would be like distant cousins, something like that. Like there is something about this that kind of smells like sunscreen and a little bit like coconut water to me. Surprisingly, with the hibiscus note in there, I don't hate it, but for some reason I'm smelling coconut from this one. The next one we have is Desert Sky. It's in this cute pink packaging here, and this is described as a woody floral, which I do love a woody note in fragrances also. So this has notes of sugared petals, warm sandalwood, and cactus water. The warm sandalwood I'm on board with, and the sugared petals, that sounds interesting as well. I remember from whenever I first tried this one, I enjoyed it whenever I first sprayed it, and then the dry down, there was something a little bit off about this one. I actually don't get too much of the warm sandalwood. There is something slightly sweet in there, so I'm guessing that's the sugared petals. Okay, this is already starting to dry down, and it's just changing with my skin. There is just something about it that just smells off and like a little bit stinky. I don't know what it is. Almost kind of like when you have like dirty laundry or something like that, or if you left like your clothes in the washer too long before moving it to the dryer, how it has like that weird smell to it. That is kind of how it smells on my skin, and that is throwing me off. It smells really good actually whenever I first spray it, but the dry down for me, it is just not working for me. Okay, so let's move on to the next one here. This is Canyon Flora. Again, looking at this, I would maybe think like a fresh floral, but it's described as a floral musk, which I guess I could see because there are some white flowers here on the front, and it has notes of cactus flower, sheer jasmine, and windswept wildflowers. See the wildflower notes in there? I'm not sure about, like that kind of outdoorsy fresh air note that Bath & Body Works does sometimes. Not really a huge fan of that. Ooh, okay, so maybe because I do like more musky scents, this is something that I really enjoy, and so far it's smelling good on my skin. It's just very fresh. I feel like this is just one of those safe everyday scents. Like it's one of those scents you can wear if you're out running errands or even to work, because it's nothing too strong, nothing too offensive. Sometimes with floral scents, they can be very strong to me and almost kind of give me a headache, and this is not one of those. It still seems like a very soft scent, and almost it kind of has like a perfume-like vibe to it. I kind of like this. This would be really good to use in the summertime, like anytime it's really hot outside and you know you might be getting a little sweaty. You know, sweet scents are not always the best to use on days like those, and this is something that I would reach for. Like it has more of this clean like smell to it, and I just think it smells really pretty. It's one of those scents that's not usually my vibe, but it's kind of working for me, so I do like that. And the last one, this is the one I was most excited for just based off the notes and the description of this scent. So this is described as a floral gourmand, and when I read gourmand, I was like, that sounds like something I would enjoy. This has notes of sweet acacia. I do not know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not even familiar with that scent note. Golden vanilla and jasmine. I know I like vanilla and I do like jasmine notes. You guys, when I sprayed this on my skin, I was like, that ain't no gourmand scent. Like this does not smell sweet to me at all. I'm not really getting much of that golden vanilla. To be honest, this seems more of like some type of wildflower scent to it. It's a very strong floral in my opinion, but if you're into florals, you know, that could be a good thing. It seems like it might be a more strong, long-lasting scent, but I was expecting something sweet, like a warm, sweet, pretty floral scent that would be nice to bring into spring, and this is just not it. It always seems like the ones I'm like the most excited for don't end up meeting the expectations, and then other ones end up surprising me, and that's definitely the case with this collection, because the ones that had those sweeter notes mixed in there, it's just not working for me, and this is one that I just do not like the way this smells on my body chemistry. And also the first time I sprayed this on my skin, I really wasn't a fan either. So I don't think it's going to be one of those scents that ends up working out for me. So it's actually really hard to put these in place because I kind of feel the same about both of these, the Solar Sands and the Desert Sky. I think I would probably end up putting the Desert Sky in 4th place, and then this one would be like right up next to it in 3rd place. For 2nd place, I think I would do Cactus Water. I don't think it's very true to the scent notes, just because for me, I'm picking up a coconut note. I'm curious if any of you else are kind of getting that similar type of like almost suntan lotion beachy smell to it, but you know, I do like scents like those, so it's not something that bothers me. And for my 1st place, another surprising one would be Canyon Flora. It just smells very fresh, clean, musky, so I'm excited to use this one as spring starts to roll around and it starts to get a little bit warmer here. I think this would be a really great everyday type of scent. But again, overall with this collection, nothing really blew me away. Like, even though I did put this one in my #1 spot, there are definitely other fresh floral scents that I have in my collection that I do like more than this one. It's just, you know, out of this collection, it was my favorite. I don't know, these were like low-key kind of a miss for me, just because I was really looking forward to trying some more floral scents to kind of bring and add into my collection, and some of these just smell a little bit off when it came to actually spraying them on my skin. But I do have 4 other products from Pink, so there are a couple new collections from there as well. So this one is still somewhat new and maybe came out a couple months ago, but I'm pretty sure this is a new product in this scent, and this is in Cocoa Vanilla. Whenever I first got this, I was like, you know, it's okay. Like, it's nothing bad by any means, but I wasn't like super impressed with it. But now, since I've had it in my collection, I'm like, this smells really, really good, because you have that mix of coconuts, but the vanilla note in there, like the vanilla bean, is super sweet. It almost smells like a vanilla frosting, but it still kind of has this tropical vibe to it that I still think can work during the summertime. This is the Comforting Body Oil. I don't have very many body oils in my collection, mainly because I don't like the feeling of like heavy oils on my skin. I'm hoping this will be very lightweight, especially because this is more of like a summertime scent, and I definitely don't want to be wearing like thick, heavy products during the summertime when it's like super hot outside. But the scent is definitely really good. So I do only have 3 mists. I didn't pick up all the mists from like this entire collection. I only picked up 1 from this more like beachy, fruity one. They did bring back Bronzed Coconut, which I feel like they bring that back every year. I had it last year, so I didn't want to pick up another one of those. And there was another scent in Tropic Vanilla. I think it was just like a coconut vanilla scent, and I have so many coconut and vanilla scents already in my collection. I just didn't feel the need to grab that one. So the one that really caught my attention is this one in Beach Nectar. It has notes of salty papaya and pink guava, and they had a scent last year called Sunset Sorbet, which also had a papaya note, and it smells so good. Like, I love a papaya note in fragrances. It's like one of my favorite fruity scent notes, and Sunset Sorbet kind of reminds me of the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream, like the Brazilian Crush number 62, almost like a little bit more fruity, which is really nice to use during the summertime. So I was really excited to get my hands on this one, and this is one that did not disappoint. And you know, it's funny because I've never even had a papaya. Like, I've never actually tried the real fruit. I've heard that real papayas have like a bad smell to them, but I don't know, the way they put it in a fragrance, I do really enjoy. And this is just so sweet and fruity. Like, I don't really have anything else to say other than it smells really good. It does kind of have this like slightly salty note to it that makes it a little bit more beachy, but overall it's just a super fruity and sweet scent. Yeah, I'm a fan of this one, so I'm glad this one did not disappoint. And the other 2 are also more floral scents. There was a 3rd one, I believe. I think it was called Bright Mimosa. I even saw it in stores and I totally forgot to smell it, so I'm really not familiar with that scent at all. But these were the 2 that caught my attention, mainly this one in Cotton Poppy, because I love fresh, clean cotton scents lately, and it has notes of clean cotton and red poppies. I'm not really familiar with a poppy note in a fragrance. I don't think I really have any fragrances with that note in there, so I didn't really know what to expect, and I'm assuming I don't like it. It just smells weird in my opinion. Like, I'm getting the clean cotton, which I really enjoy, and I wish it was just that, but with that poppy note in there, I'm assuming it just kind of has this weird smell to it, almost kind of like tingles my nose and makes me feel like I need a sneeze. This is just not my favorite, and it's not what I expected. I was just hoping for like a true clean cotton scent, but it definitely has that added floral note in there, and in my opinion, my nose is just not agreeing with this scent, and I'm really sad about it, because even just down to the packaging, it was just something I was excited for. I really thought I was gonna like this one, and unfortunately it just doesn't seem like it's gonna work out for me. So the last one that I have is Pink Berry, and this is another one, even though I have so many berry scents in my collection, I just really really wanted to try it. It has notes of sweet berries and pink sugar. I think it was mainly that pink sugar note in there. I was gonna see how it compared to Aqualina's pink sugar, and in case you're wondering, they do not smell the same. The pink sugar perfume is very like sponge sugar, like cotton candy like scent, and that is not how this smells at all. You definitely get some more like florals in there. I wish I knew what floral note is in here. I am picking up on the sweet berries, so there is that added sweetness in there, but to me, I would consider this more of like a fruity floral scent. Like again with this one, it's another nice scent, like it's okay, but it's nothing that's really blowing me away. Although there is like this almost like candied berries note in there mixed with florals. Maybe it's something I could potentially end up liking a little bit more, but just based off like what I'm smelling now, like it's just an okay scent. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. So I'm just gonna rank all of these pink ones together. Definitely in the 4th place is gonna have to go to Cotton Poppy. Really sad about it because I really wanted to enjoy this one, but there's just something in there that makes me feel like I need to sneeze. Next I think would be Pink Berry. Like it's not bad, it's just like right there in the middle. Maybe it's like something I've already have in my collection, like something I've smelled before. I feel like I have so many berry scents in my collection, so odds are I probably do have something similar to this one. First place, of course, is gonna go to Beach Nectar. This just smells so fruity and sweet. It's perfect for the summertime. Like it definitely has that tropical vibe to it. Now what they need to do is make this into a fragrance mist. Like that would be delicious. I wish they made more scents from like these collections into fragrance mist, because they pretty much have everything else from like the body wash, scrubs, and lotions, and this scent would be so good in a mist. Which I forgot to mention the other coconut scent. There's like a coconut pineapple. I don't have that one. I did smell it in stores. It's not bad, but I already have other coconut and pineapple scented products in my collection. It's just not one of those scents that I feel like I need multiples of. It's not something that I reach for often, although I do think it's a very nice, fresh, and fruity scent. But yeah, that is everything that I got. There are definitely quite a few misses in here from this collection, which I guess is kind of to be expected because there are a lot of florals. It probably would have been different if these were filled with like sweet and gourmand scent, but you know, I still like to test things out for myself and also to let you guys know. So if you have tried anything from these new collections, definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I always look forward to your guys' opinions on scents as well. If you guys did enjoy this video and found it helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and also don't forget to turn on your post notifications. That way you'll get notified every single time I upload a new video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!